He was he was talking shit about Chill. Don't let him.
Word.
Yeah. I was like, he was like that. He was like, man, I don't know where the fuck Chill at, man.
I ain't say.
He got on the call. I don't know where Chill at.
I tell y'all where y'all was supposed to be at this past weekend, and I blew that one because I should have pulled y'all coat on this one.
Oh yeah,
yo, bro, that shit was epic,
man.
That shit was epic.
Yeah, you know he was at the Harlem Week. He was chilling with my man.
I seen him.
Yo,
I seen him share the tit to that light skinned nigga.
Unplanned, no nothing. He just
look like that. I'll be sure. That's Kenny's favorite artist.
Yeah. No, I'll be sure, man.
Bro.
Yeah.
He said when he get drunk.
Don't worry, nigga. He coming on, dog.
He gonna fan out.
He like feel like I'll be sure. Am I lying? E?
Yeah.
Hey, look, that's his other nickname, KB Sure.
Yeah,
KB Sure. Yo,
have you looked at it? Do you look at it? Look at Chill. Look, you ain't look how he tripping. Look at his name.
Nigga, we go. Whoa, goddamn. It's like that.
Nah, you know me. It's just a little something.
You know,
yeah.
He's just on shit, bro.
What is going on since I've been? Yo, you have to get it like that.
Marketing purposes, man. Marketing purposes.
There you go.
Yeah. This nigga has turned into David Ruffin, Eddie Kane. Everybody rolled into one.
Damn, ego, yo.
It's just marketing purposes, man. That's all it is.
He's
man.
the worst now, bro.
Hey, look, my man been tripping.
I'm just gonna put Daryl. I can't compete with that shit right there. Damn, we going. I think I done got knocked down. I hate the introduction, God damn.
Hey, welcome to the Pitt Style Podcast. I'm your host, E. And let's introduce the Pitt crew, man. We got my man, Jay Every Day. Got my man, K Ego.
What's up, man?
And shout out to the man, the myth, the legend, Daryl Chill Mitchell, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Jay, tell them what we doing in the Pitt Style, man.
Man, this is where we shoot the shit, talk about everything except politics.
Yes, sir. Hey, Daryl, man. Hey, you had I see you had an interesting experience over the weekend, man. How was that, man?
Yo, it was crazy, man. I mean, it started out light. My man, George Harrell, one of the founding members of Uptown Records. They got him to honor me at Harlem Week. Sweet. And that was dope because it was like, they know I stayed in Harlem for a little bit and got a shout out, storefront, little school that I just, speak to the kids at, which was cool. And then what happened is I've been reaching out to my boy after he had his little situation because, we are label mates of a sort. So I've just been reaching out just out of pure concern and knowing that what I've been through, that I could.
And if you don't know who he's talking about the first light-skinned brother that he's a light-skinned representative for real. He's like behind El DeBarge, but he's a light-skinned representative, y'all. Shout out to I'll Be Sure.
Shout out to I'll Be Sure, man. It was crazy, bro, because we chopped it up and the cat was like, yo, man, I gotta see. He called me after, a few messages. He was like, yo, chill. I had to call you. I need to talk to you. I'm like, yo. So he started letting me know his experiences. I started letting him know mine. And then we started realizing that we had a lot in common with this situation. You know what I mean? And he was like, yo, man, I need to come and lay eyes on you, bro. I was like, I bet. He said, where you at? So I'm in Atlanta. But I'm going to Harlem because they honoring me in Harlem Week. So I'm going to be out, man. He said, yo, when you leaving? I said, well, I'm flying out on Friday. He was like, yo, I'll be there. I'm coming. I just want to come see you. That's his whole thing. I want to come. I'm coming there for you. He was like, yo, man, let me know the hotel you at. And he booked his room out there. Boom. He came in. Like, yo, here's the thing. The eagle has landed. I was like, yo, my man really came through like that.
Right.
Yo, the next morning, we got up. We met for breakfast, yo. And I was telling him, I said, yo, bro, I said, you might want to film this because this might be epic, bro. I ain't seen you, you ain't seen me. And you know, but what he did, he told the lady that's working, you know, the waitress, he was like, yo, do me a favor. I want you to film this because I ain't seen my brother in years. And this is going to be the first time we're going to see each other after this experience. Yo, when he came around that corner, bro, it was like I seen my brother, little Jamal. Okay, yo, I was just like, he's a little brother to me, you know what I mean? And I'm like, to see him, you know, from where he was at to where he is now, yo, blow. I couldn't hold back the tears, man. And he couldn't hold them back either, bro. We started talking, and he was like, yo, man, and I'm just still talking. You know, first of all, he told me don't tell nobody he coming. He's like, yo, don't let nobody. I'm coming just for you. Nobody gonna know I'm there. He slipped right in, and he's like, yo, bro, I'm going to Harlem Week, and I'm going for you. Yo, dog, no lie, this cat daddy did not leave my side the whole time. Anybody wanted to know anything that I needed to know, they had to talk to him first. I was like, yo, bro, like he was like some guardian angel, you know what I mean? Like he was just like, bro. And then after that, I was like, yo, dog, you know you gotta escort me on the stage, right? He was like, bro, whatever you want, I got you.
Yo, man, that's love, man. That's love.
Yo, and when the crazy part is when George Harrell, when he seen Al in that dress in the dress room, because I was there getting myself together. And when I'm trying to get this light out of my face. Oh, there we go. And when he saw Al be in that room, yo, because Al don't move unless you got the bag.
Okay.
If you don't got the bag, Al ain't moving. So
it's a legend, man.
In that dress room and seeing Al, they was like, yo, this is not real, bro. Like he really here. Harlem did, yo, when he came out on that stage, it was, but yo, first of all, people didn't believe what they were seeing. I know he was like, that ain't, last time I saw it, he was on, that is, yo, man, you know, they lost it, bro.
I ain't gonna lie to you, Chill. If that was Kenny up there, I'd have pushed his ass in the crowd. I ain't gonna lie.
I tell you, man, it's just running joke on me, man. Like, you know, every time, they got this joke on me, man. Every time we around fellowshipping, man, I get hyped. You know what I'm saying? I get tight. You know, I say, man, put that I'll be sure on, man. Everybody like, what?
That's why it was so funny when we saw the video, we saw the picture. Yeah. Like, I'll be sure, like, yo, I was like, oh, this nigga's a fan. Like,
that's my guy, man.
That's
my guy, man.
Super fan. Like, he's like, we gotta play that I'll be sure. I'm like, like we could be playing the grimiest song out there. He'll take a sip of his wine and say, yeah, we gotta play that I'll be sure. I'm like,
I gotta get Al on it, yo, and we gonna let him know. Number one fan.
People over there talking about, I can tell you how I feel about you night and day.
I be listening, yo, and sometimes I was going from work, whatever, coming home. I be listening to I'll be sure the evening, dog. He got a fire ass radio show.
He do, dog.
Yeah, he do, bro.
Yeah, man.
That he do, bro. Good dude.
That's how I found out he was sick from the radio show. They was like he was down for a minute.
Yeah, I think I seen a picture floating around of him being sick. If I'm not mistaken.
Man, he was life support.
Yeah, that's what I think I seen. I was just like, yo,
wow. He got liver transplant, whole nine. Yeah. Real.
I heard it was touch and go.
Who was it? That's why I was like, yo, I know he come back, bro. He going. And that's every day, man. We've been on the phone ever since, man. Every day. Man, that video on streamed about 800,000 times.
Yeah, that was a dope video. Yeah,
that was like 800,000.
Yeah, I'm glad they caught that moment, man. For real, like brothers, man. We can be vulnerable and love each other, man. Like our brothers. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. We got.
I'm a grown man. If anybody got a problem with this, on them, dog. You know what I'm saying? I done seen the other side of life, boy, where it can get bad and you
get dicey. It can get dicey.
And then you know what? Then everybody talk about, man, I loved him. Hey, you ain't say it then. Now you know what I'm saying? Like
I always say, man. I seen a quote and I always said, I wish death brought us together like I wish life would bring us together like death do.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, man.
Facts. Yeah, hey, well, since you got honored in Harlem, whatever, and we It's a perfect segment though.
Yeah.
Hip hop is 50 years old, bro.
Woo!
Yo, let's go, man. Yeah.
Hip hop, man. Happy birthday, hip hop.
One thing I can say is I got
one of the pioneers.
I got a brick in one of those. I got a brick in this joint. You know
Exactly.
what I mean?
Exactly.
Shout out to one of the pioneers, man.
Exactly.
Like, shout out to one of the pioneers of hip hop.
Come on, man. I got a brick in hip hop, dog. You know what I mean?
That's what's
and
up,
that's
man.
What, you know.
Thank y'all, man. For real.
You know what I mean?
For real, you got two bricks in hip hop, bro. Because you not only got the rap brick, but House Party is hip hop.
The prolific hip hop. Yes. I mean, it wasn't that. You know, the good thing about House Party, it wasn't about the performance. It was about the people. You know, Crush Groove and all that stuff. It was, you know, it was about the artists and that kind of thing, which is still, you know what I mean. You know, but this was about, you know, it was about how we did it. House Party. You know what I mean? Like. You know, that's what, and even the music, the slow jams and all that stuff. Because remember, the hip hop in a way was just forming. You know what I mean? So it wasn't like, you know, just slamming and, you know, so we still playing some slow joints, some Albie Shaw music. and some hip hop, you know what I mean?
Y'all done told the wrong person.
Yo, K, you know you ain't letting you off the hook with that.
Hey, man, they done told the wrong person, man. I ain't gonna hear the last of this.
Boy, you just should, you know, and Jay gonna put his extra stank on it.
You know it, man.
Jay gonna put steak on it, boy.
Hey, chill. They've been going back and forth. They've been doing memes of each other on IG.
Oh,
they been going back and forth like the past couple of days, bro.
We got a little war going on online right now, man.
Y'all is killing it. Man. Y'all killing me, man.
Yeah, man.
Yo.
Hey, so how does it feel, man? 50 years of hip hop, man.
Yo, and you know what, man? It's a good feeling, but then, you know, when you hear from other people, you know, in the hip hop game, you know, sometimes what they say you can warrant it, but then it's like, it's some people who reached a certain plateau that feels a certain way. Like, I know hip hop is more than 50 years old. You know what I mean? But the fact that it was brought to the masses.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? That brick with that paper was signed, and, you know, this the 50-year mark. Yeah. But, you know, there's a lot of people feel they're not being recognized because they was doing hip hop. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I get it, but I'm just saying, you know, I was rapping before I had a deal. You know what I mean? I was listening to hip hop before I had a deal. I remember, you know, being in my aunt park in the Bronx and right in her schoolyard. With, you know, Grand Wizard Theodore was out there. You know what I mean? I'm like, what? And then I went back to Long Island with this.
So that was was that your first moment of like, where I recognized like, well, this is something new or different to me?
Yeah.
And what year was that?
That had to be, because I had to be like, I had to be about 10.
Damn, which is crazy, because I remember like certain stuff too like that. Yo.
Yeah, I had to be like 10 years old.
You remember your first rap?
Yeah.
Can you recite it?
Yeah.
Let me hear something.
I was first thing is you rap about what you know.
Right. Yeah. That's authenticity.
And one of my joints was, my brother's not a mixed master, not even the king of the mic. He's not a preacher, but the teacher. He's the knockout king, and they call him Reverend Ike. See, I ain't talking about my brother, the one that boxed. My brother Ike knocked out with either hand.
My
first ride.
True story. True story.
Either hand, he put you to sleep.
Cousin Ike,
but he just wasn't disciplined to be a boxer. but you know, and then it was like I got another cool brother, as cool as can be. He got the light brown eyes, can pull the ladies, Casanova king of the family. He must be cool because the ladies think he's sweet. He's chilling outside. His name is Mr. T. So that's what we call my brother Tyrone. Then I had the other one. I got a little baby brother. He's on the I got a little baby brother. He's on the Amsterdam. Jamal Antoine Mitchell, nicknamed Jam, because that's what you know. So you incorporate everybody in the rhyme. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
You know
Bars.
So, bars.
Bars.
Hey, that's funny.
Man, you know.
Hey, it's funny because I saw Ed Lover. He was on Math Hoffa joint. Yeah. He was talking about one of his first rhymes. He wanted to be a rapper at first.
I didn't know he was a rapper. I never knew that.
I didn't know everybody. I was a DJ. I mean that that's the thing that make me that amazes me when I hear people go, "Oh, he let it in 3 sports." They're like, "What Negro didn't?"
Yeah.
If you couldn't play 3 sports, you ain't coming outside.
Really.
You just athlete.
You ain't coming outside, bro.
Man.
That's why Kenny went outside.
Man, we played. We played. Who wasn't outside?
Kenny. That's why Kenny went outside.
I don't know who Kenny is. My name K Ego. Bang bang.
Yeah,
I'm going right back at you.
Man, we would start off with kickball in the morning, touch football by the evening, and then the next day we playing a softball game, man. Like, come on, man. And they ain't even talking about basketball. Man, you better be ready to rock.
Basketball.
And what's so funny, man? All of it goes hand in hand. Sports and entertainment, music, all of it goes hand in hand.
All hand in hand, bro.
Because when we
Rakim had the mean jumper. And he was a quarterback.
But when we outside, what were we doing? We listen to music while we playing.
Oh, come on, bro.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, man.
What was y'all first rap song that y'all can remember buying?
Mine was my cousin Landa. She lived in Philly at my grandma's house, and she bought me a tape. The LL Cool J joint. It was like a single. I'm bad.
You bought him she bought him the LL Cool joint.
Damn.
I don't know what he said. What he got, Kitty?
Yeah, cool joke.
Because I'm trying to remember the name of the album before, and then I got the artist mixed up.
You know you can't, Kenny. Right now you cannot slip with Jay. Right now he on you. He on you, dog.
It's bad. The Bad album. Bad album.
All right.
Yeah.
It didn't have the meats, did it?
Jay, you thought I didn't hear that?
Inside joke. So
we ain't gonna make it, yo. We ain't gonna make it. Michael Jackson. Who's bad? I'm bad.
No, the first joint I bought was from the Eastover Carryout, and it was a bootleg. I bought the tape with Chubb Rock.
Chubb Rock.
Boy.
The first 2 albums I purchased, man, was it was written by Nas and then Do or Die by AZ.
Damn.
Do or Die, AZ, yeah. AZ. Oh, that album Do or Die was
yeah. Now I'm gonna tell you one joint. I did buy. My uncle looked at me like I was crazy. I bought the Wu-Tang first joint.
Oh, 36
Tables.
Oh, that's classic.
Oh, but look, so we get in the car, right? I bought it from the Wiz. Remember the Wiz?
Yeah, I remember the Wiz.
I bought it from the Wiz. I get in his had a Maxima. I get in the Maxima. The first song was Bring the Motherfucking Ruckus. My uncle looked at me like, boy, you know your mother ain't legit. He was like, nigga, just sell it to me, bro. I ain't gonna, you're not putting that on me, bro. And she gonna look at you. She gonna look at me crazy because I let you buy the shit. So nah, bro, just go ahead and sell it to me, bro.
Yo, my first joint I ever bought was the Fatback Band, King Tim III.
Dang.
I know y'all all going, who that?
Right.
Look it up, bro. That's the first. That was the first rap was on record.
Fatback King. King Tim III.
Yeah.
I think the first song I ever fell in love with was "Boys in the Hood" with Eazy-E. Because I remember.
How old was you, son?
We was like, I had to be like 9. I just remember. I remember going to elementary school.
I can relate.
I remember going to elementary school, and I just remember the bars. Woke up quick at about noon. Just thought that I had to be in Compton soon. And then I remember the other songs on the joint that was just like, it's the world's biggest. It don't matter. I just remember that album And I just remember when he said, because I remember the bars that I remember were like so clear to me because he was like, and like when he said, and I threw a right cross and knocked his old ass out, like those bars. Then he's like this, and then he would talk about when he was in court, and he was like this. He said with a grin, he said he yelled out fire. Then came Susie. The bitch came in with a submachine Uzi. He shot the bitch, but they didn't hurt her. Then they both upstate on trial for attempted murder.
So if you want to win a karaoke battle, James is your guy.
Yes.
Yeah, James know every song and all the
lyrics. That was his nickname in high school.
Yo, karaoke. But see, the difference is that's the difference in being a consumer and a creator.
Right.
I couldn't listen to everybody's stuff because we were busy trying to create our own niche. So we weren't listening to when we loved our certain artists. Don't get me wrong, but it was the fact that a lot of rap songs, man, the artists came out. As I stopped and started getting more on the television, it would gave me a way to stay connected, and I'm still getting the information from the streets, but I was getting it through music. That was a difference for me. But when I'm creating, I couldn't, and you do. Just imagine Rakim come out and you just rapping every song on the album, dog, and somewhere it's gonna start slipping out your mouth. And you gotta be like, hold up, man, I gotta know that ain't me.
Is it like it's because you want to stick to your style and be original? And because when you start to listen to other people, it start to influence your creativity as well.
Exactly. Even in the way you look and dress. You know what I mean? When I broke out that hat wasn't for house party. People think that he just that I was wearing that way before house party. I got movies, I got pictures. Matter of fact, if you look at Biz Markie's documentary, God bless him.
God bless
you're gonna see us performing at a school.
I think I saw that on the gram. Somebody posted a shot of that. Yeah.
Yes, I mean in that video with my hat on. So that was years before house party. It just happened that the movie brought the hat to the masses. But we always trying to do something to be creatively different than everybody. But it's a new swag now. Everybody's being the same vein with the same vibe. Because that's the thing. They just vibing now. So nobody checking for lyrical content.
I'm gonna go around the room, man. So what's your most memorable moment in hip hop, yo? I'm gonna start with K-Ego over here.
Damn, you gonna go with me first? I want somebody else to go first.
K-Ego.
You start.
My very first memorable moment of hip hop, man. That's so much because when
it gotta be your first. You said your most memorable.
Most memorable.
Oh, my most memorable moment. It gotta be like 96, man. Like that whole year, man. Like you had, if you look at all the albums that were released in 96, man, about 90% of them is timeless. You got the Fugees album, you got Pac fresh out of jail, you got All Eyes on Me, you got it's Method Man, Red Man joint. What's Red Man first out? Yeah, Muddy. I think Muddy Waters came out in 96. Damn. If I remember correctly. Like you had DMX, you had a lot of
Jay-Z drop.
You had a lot of
Jay-Z. I think I Am drop.
Yeah, Jay-Z, I Am. Like if you look at it, like that was a classic year right there, man. I would think as far as a memorable moment.
What you got, Jay?
What's my most memorable moment in hip hop? For real, just the music videos, man. Like those, like when we was able to, like when the music videos really like took off for me. Like so here we had this channel called The Box. You could order the music videos.
Yeah.
And it made movies, like, you know what I mean? Like everything that Kenny said, because that's when I kind of started getting into, the Pacs, the Biggies, you know what I mean? Like I knew like rappers, like, cause I got to listen to them, but like when I started like by my own, like, it was written, you know what I mean? Those things and stuff like that. But like getting to see the music videos and watching them perform and stuff like that. And, like I just remember one video, like Diddy's videos used to be to me extravagant for some reason. Like Biggie on the boat, they ain't the same, and you know what I'm saying? So just
it's that playing mentality.
But just when music videos made you like, I don't feel nobody talking about music videos and they still make them, but music videos they used to spend a bag on them.
Yeah, nah, like legit though. They used to have $1 million videos back then.
That was in the
Puff had the first $1 million video.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that was like in the budget. That's in the budget for the album. They give you all that rapping.
Jay, I remember Jay had the Big Pimp video. I think that was like $1 million. They shot like different locations and shit.
Yeah,
but it was. I remember them days, man. It was some crazy videos, man. And I want to say, my most memorable moment in hip hop. I went to a concert and I saw Public Enemy when they had 911 as a joke, and and Digital Underground opened up for him.
Damn.
Yeah. I had to be like every bit of like 9 or something, maybe 10 or something like that.
Damn.
My parents took me to go see Public Enemy and Digital Underground open up. Matter of fact, I think Heavy D and the Boys was there too. Yeah, it was dope.
That's what's up, man.
Yo, my most memorable moment in hip hop is when I signed that contract.
I know that's right.
Yo, boy, you want to talk about elated? You see them numbers up there, you like, yo, we really about to sign on that dotted line, but you ain't know you were signing your life away, but it didn't.
Hey, look, at that age, how old was you then?
22, 20,
yeah.
22.
Yeah, come
Bro,
on, man.
You don't know. You just thinking about that. You thinking about that Suzuki sidekick you gonna buy?
No bull.
Suzuki sidekick.
And I'm getting paid to do something I would do for free.
Come on, bro.
But it's just crazy what was hot back then. Like you said, a Suzuki sidekick, bro.
Suzuki sidekick. But then the thing about it is like, you gotta understand. My house party came from the record deal. House party came from being on Uptown and Andre hiring the Hudlin brothers to do the videos for Uptown, and then we in there get there early, and everybody else is late for the Uptown kicking the video. So Reggie and Warrington had nothing to do but sit around and talk to us and took a liking to us. And like, yo, we got this movie idea, but they really wanted everybody in it, but everybody didn't respond. Wow. We was the main ones that responded to it. We like, yeah, we like this. You know what I mean? So, but I mean, you know, you sign that record contract and then the movie come out of that.
Hell of a
man.
That sparked everything right there. You know
man.
I mean? Everything after that, yeah.
But you know, and I hate to keep hopping on it, man. But when you live around, like watching this dude rhyme all the time and rhyme with him, and then we DJ together and everything else, and then all of a sudden you see him at Nassau Coliseum. And when Eric B and Rakim, the funniest thing, we gave Rakim his first show because me and Bilal was DJing at a club in Bayshore, and this song came out and they came and performed. I don't know how much we gave them, $500, $800 or something like that, because that's all we made at the door. So we gave them that, but you know, they just dropped and it was popping, so we had the hottest spot. So they came through and we like whatever we $800
was a lot of money back then though.
Hell yeah.
And you just came out, you don't know where it's going yet. But I mean, but then when we went there, and then when we went to Nassau Coliseum, dog, and that's when Rakim used to come out the pyramid. He had a pyramid that they prop, and then what happened? The door would drop down in the front. Eric B would come out the top, and Rakim, a chair would come out, and it would spin around. Then it'll spin around. Then by the time it spun around the third time, Rakim sitting in the chair. Yo, dog. It wasn't even him. It was the response of the crowd. Because we was just like, I'm looking around like, yo, like this our boy. This ain't Charles. You know what I mean? Like, what y'all doing? Yo, bro, when I saw that, it was over. I was just like, yo, it gave me goosebumps, like, because, you know, we hadn't signed yet.
Yeah. But he just, and for like, y'all, he just a guy around the way. He just around
the way kid. But then it said Nassau Coliseum paid the full tour. We was like, huh? So he, you know, he blessed everybody with tickets around the way, you know, because I think he wanted the crowd to be thick, not realizing they done sold the joint out. Man, so we got there, bro, and he came out that pyramid, boy, and we was like, yo, and they dropped paid in full. Good night.
No joke.
Which brings me to another question I want to ask y'all.
I got a funny story though, but I'll let you go.
I was thinking about your most memorable album covers though, like that paid in full album cover. That's one of my favorite album covers, dog.
Oh yeah,
with Eric B and Rakim on the cover with the chains and shit, with the dollars, the gold.
But see, for me, it was Follow the Leader.
Got you.
That said a lot to me, but they got their backs turned to you, like like Follow the Leader.
Oh yeah.
They sitting on the whip. That's like,
I remember that one. Yeah.
Look at my back. Y'all ain't gonna say, look at my back.
That was gangster though.
but let me see.
I'm thinking now myself. I'm looking now. The most creative. I mean, I like Enter the Woo though, like because like their cover matched their raw. They just raw talent.
I'm gonna give
raw
you that
talent,
one.
Man. They like in a single foul line coming in with the mask on. It's just different, man. Like that shit was raw. Yeah.
As large as they were, I still feel they could have been larger.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
watching. So I didn't realize they went through so much. I watched the series.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
It was hard. It was hard for RZA to keep that shit together, bro.
It was hard, man. But that's a lot of energy, bro.
And you gotta think about it, they all alpha dudes. Ain't nobody
nobody budging, none of that.
Yeah. You know what? And I'm not saying it had anything to do with their talent.
Nah.
It was just like a piece. It's just like they needed this one other piece because they were so they changed the game in so many ways.
Yeah, they did.
With the way they did, they would do a Woo project. You do that, but we all on it.
But they was
like it's just
they was rhyming though. They was
everybody could go.
It wasn't like they was spitting
and that's
bullshit.
why it was hard. And that's why I'm trying to keep that. You know how many personalities that is?
Yeah,
that's what I said. It's a lot of energy. But I'm saying they didn't lack for no talent. None. And it wasn't a weak soldier.
Nah.
And the crazy thing about it was, I don't know what I was watching, but I was just watching the guy talk about how, like, just with Wu-Tang, like, we know meth, but expect the deck, just like
you got
was
underrated.
The Ghostface put out a classic album.
Yes,
yo, bro.
Him and Raekwon.
Supreme Clientele, yeah, man.
And don't front on ODB.
Purple Tape was crazy.
And ODB,
don't front on ODB, yo.
Yeah, man.
Yo, funny story. We was in Atlanta one time, so ODB was down there chilling out. We laughing, joking. We at the club, we drinking, we having a good time. He looked up. Oh man, yo, I gotta be back in New York. What's going on, man? Man, I gotta see my probation officer this evening. Chill, let me hold your truck.
Let me hold your truck.
Like I was just gonna throw him the keys. Yo, Chip, let me hold your truck. Yeah, okay. Yo, that's where the party stopped right there.
Atlanta, bro, and you gonna drive to New York? Let me like not like I'm in Virginia and I need to go to Maryland.
Let me tell you something. I didn't care if we was in the Bronx and he had to go Jersey City. He wasn't getting my truck.
When he got out of the limousine with that food stamp card. Hey, matter of fact, his album cover was crazy with his eyes.
Yeah, with the food stamp card. That was crazy.
I tell you, man, ODB was something else, man. I think I gotta find that picture. We took a picture that night.
But he was a genius on the low though, bro.
Yo, bro, he was smart as hell.
Yeah, he was a genius, yo. Because that whole little thing with the with the food stamp card and all that. It was a marketing joint, bro.
Yeah,
he knew what he was doing, though, man.
Of course.
Oh man, it was genius, though, dog.
Oh, man.
But I mean, yo, you think about all the rappers, and Kenny know all the people I've been like Biz Markie. He grew up with us. You know. Yeah. Then we had Eric Sermon. You know, that's our people saying. And
Greg Nice.
Greg Nice.
Oh man.
Yeah. I was a big Eric Sermon fan. I think he was underrated, man. They didn't give him his credit. The Green Eye Bandit.
Nice,
and he was a hell of a producer too.
Yeah.
Oh man, crazy. Yo, it was crazy when we was younger, bro. He couldn't talk to save his life. He had the most worst speech impediment ever, but he could sing. That's what made him thought he could sing on that album. He swore up and down he could sing. Couldn't sing, but I'm just saying, when he sung a song, he could sing it without stuttering.
That's crazy,
but when he talked, he couldn't.
Couldn't get right.
Couldn't get right. Then he worked on it. I think rapping helped him out a lot too. But he could not talk. But I mean, it was horrible, bro.
Man, I just want to pay homage to rappers, man. Like, Chill Yourself. Like the way y'all have the talent to put the rhymes together, tell a story, or just draw pictures in people's head like an artist can with a paint. Because I tried that shit. I tried it.
The thing is, man, you know who taught us how to write rhymes? The old Motown artists. We were following the format of what they were doing. That's why it was always 3 verses in a chorus.
Yeah.
Or just or what if it wasn't no, we we were following like yo, if you ever hear Rakim talk about he rhymed like one of his favorite artists is Thelonious Monk.
Oh yeah.
So when he rhymed, like he played alto sax. So when he rhymes like he's playing the sax.
Right.
But he got to make the words fit in there. So like when we like dun 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 one dun 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 two, he don't hear that. He heard da 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 one da 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 two. So that 3. It's like
think about it.
He was 14.
Wow.
Rob wrote most of his rhymes. Dog, I'm telling you, I can play it for you. If you go, anybody listening, go to YouTube. You're going to hear it's a videotape, not a videotape. It's a cassette that they made of Rakim, Biz Markie, and Chili Dog. That nobody knew my name was Chili Dog. A lot of people they know it was me. That's rapping on the actual tape. This was in 85.
Yeah.
I graduated in 83. So I'm 2 years. Wait, Rob was still in school when we came and did that party at the high school.
Chili Dog.
In that, so he had to be somewhere between 14 and 16, somewhere in there. And in that tape, you're going to hear him say, I take 7 MCs, put them in a line, and add 7 more brothers who think they can rhyme. It'll take 7 more before I go for mine. Now that's 21 MCs at the same time. He was 14. I told him, I said, bro, you was a prodigy. Nobody didn't pick up on that. This kid was prolific at 16, 14. Most of them rhymes. Moved the crowd. We heard all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, wrote all of that stuff. And all Marley did was just take him to his house and let him just spit the rhymes over, all those songs that Rakim started with. Those were his favorite songs to rap over. It wasn't no genius in the studio saying, Rakim, I think I got something for you. No. I want Barry White. I want Doing It in the Park. This is what I rhyme over. And that's what he do. And that's what he did. And that's what they just put it in and let him go.
Wow.
Microphone Fiend.
That makes sense though.
Microphone Fiend was in one take.
But the crazy thing about that, like you're saying, just listening to what you're talking about. I listen to what you're talking about, like I was listening to Manny Fresh. Like he's like, to me, Manny Fresh is one of the dopest producers out there, right? And he was just talking about like how all he did was take, like what you said, all he did was take what Juvenile had already been spitting and put it over a beat. and he said like Juvenile, a lot of that stuff that Juvenile that we heard on the record, Juvenile had already wrote. He was already big.
Old, yeah,
it was old. He was already big.
So he like reverse engineered this the type of thing from the beat.
Like it wasn't like he heard the music and he said, you had the bounce beat back in New Orleans, so they, he rapping to all that. He said so he went and he put his bars to music, but he was like, what he did was he would take classical music or Beethoven music. Like if you hear it and you hear like back that ass up, if you hear I come on, like he just broke it down, like, and it's just like what he's saying. I'm like, yo, that's crazy how like
if you ever listen to Back that ass, it's like this big orchestra type shit at the beginning. Yeah.
All he said he did, like, and
bro,
that was already done. He just put a lot of Juvenile stuff on. He just mastered it pretty much. Just put it on, you know what I'm saying? Put it on wax.
That's crazy, yo.
That's what we did, man. We just took the format of, real artists, man, that was writing songs. So you aren't gonna half step in your lyrics because you're gonna get called out.
So Chill, you know me, I'm a big Nas fan, as you already know. How, like, when you heard Live at the Barbecue, like what was your thoughts being like? Because Nas is a little bro to you, you know what I'm saying? Like when you heard Live at the Barbecue, because that's kind of like was like,
because he was like 16, right?
No, I think he might have been younger than that.
Oh, he might have been younger than that.
Damn, that's
he might have been like 13.
Mm-hmm.
He went to hell for snuffing Jesus at 13, son.
But what I'm saying is like,
that was
at his Nas coming out party. What's your thoughts about like what did you, when you heard Nas first rap, like how did you, like, because of course I watched the Roxanne Shantae joint, and she like was kind of his mentor, stuff like that. But like when you heard Nas, or when you heard like these Pacs and these Biggies being in the game,
I see a lot of Rakim and Nas though. I see a lot of Rakim and Nas.
Right, but I'm just saying though, when you see these people, because y'all are pioneers to them, you know what I'm saying? So when you hear the new age, or you hear somebody like this, like a Hove or some Biggie, the people that they consider greats now after you got, like, what did you hear it and like you knew being in the game, you knew that they was going to be great, or you was like this, all right, like what was your like?
Nah, you knew it was some smoke.
Yeah.
You knew it was some heat there. You know what I mean? But as a rapper, your whole thing is you trying to think of how to top it. Right. It's just a competitive nature of what we were doing. It's not no disrespect, or you just gonna figure out like, yo, you know what? Well, what can I do to up this? What you know what I mean? You're always gonna be thinking that way, but you hear it. You hear the fire, bro.
I know
you hear the fire.
It was much more competitive back then than today, because like I remember like Wu, the guys from Wu, they was like, yeah, we wasn't messing with nobody but Wu-Tang. Said we see all the other rappers and stuff, but we not, you know what I'm saying? We trying to get ours. We trying to get on. So it's like that all that French shit can happen later, but right now.
But it wasn't like we weren't trying to kill nobody.
No, yeah. Not like that. It's just competing.
I mean? It was just a matter of, yo, if I'm gonna kill you, it's gonna be on wax.
Yeah, with the pens. Yeah.
We gonna you know what I mean? That, I don't even know. I don't know what to call this thing.
It's different today, yeah.
Nah, it's different. But I think it was more competitive back then because the barrier for entry was so hard. It was hard to get in the game, yo.
Yo, to get a deal?
Yeah, that shit was hard, bro. So you trying to protect your shit.
Yo, you to get a deal, bro.
Now you got to remember, back then it was new. Like now, it's saturated, not in a bad way, but it's rap. Everybody can put on a tape on, it's so many avenues to go.
Anybody can upload a song.
So
one thing I gotta give Soulja Boy credit for is that, like, he took that wave. He may not have been the first one to put his music on the internet, but he took that wave and he blew that shit up to me.
Nah, yeah, he did.
Don't say that to Soulja Boy, because Soulja Boy the first to a lot of things.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, the game, right? But the game is kind of saturated where, like you said, anybody can rap. Whereas back then, for somebody to sign you to their label and push you and put a machine behind you,
Yeah.
Like they had to really believe in you. Now it's like we need you to make money real quick.
I'm gonna tell you another thing that helped. Like when we talked about the blog era, like earlier, or whatever. Yo, those guys were kind of like gatekeepers too, because you would go to a Dat Pitt to see what they had at the top of their joint, or This Is 50, or Hip Hop News, or whatever. Whoever at the top whoever had the top spot, or who they was highlighting, or whatever. That's how you know what was hot or whatever. Now it's not the same because everybody you could just upload shit. Ain't no gatekeeper no more.
Nah. That and that's the thing why I miss about the industry, man, because I don't miss the fact that how they just been raping people for hundreds of years with this, but at the same time, even like with country music, man, you just can't make a country song. You got to go through some. You just ain't
go to some people, right?
No, sir, it ain't gonna happen.
So
see what happened to Lil Nas X.
What if you had the internet? So I think the best thing that ever happened to hip hop, as far as on the business side, is the internet, because it create that direct consumer to artistry without the bullshit ass contracts. Like I can directly say I have 25 million followers on these cross social media pages, and it gives the artist the leverage to do business with these labels now. When I say leverage, they going in saying this is how I want my contract to be, and this is where I want your percentage to be, because I'm not hurting for it. Whereas an artist that's going to a major back in the day, they need that exposure because they don't have the assistance of the internet. You know what I'm saying? So I just think like,
yeah, but you know what happens? You right on that instance, but the thing I think what happens then the quality control goes away. Yeah. Now they're not making nothing of quality no more. You don't have to. Nah. And I mean, and then now look who you selling to. You selling to a bunch of kids that don't know what quality is. So if I can just make anything and you're gonna buy it because of a certain hat that I wear, or that I do a certain dance. You ain't heard the record yet, but I do it. I do the dance.
I get what you say. It hurts the integrity of the artist.
It does, because now hey Kenny, but you know what's happening too with that? It's hindering the creative process, because now, say I got a creative song I want to do or whatever. I got an idea or I want to go with. I got to cut that down into 2.5 minutes to 3 minutes. Come on, man.
Yeah. Now you're only doing 2 verses.
Yeah.
And it just you don't get the same quality, like you said. You don't get the same quality.
Right.
You're not looking like. I don't know how many artists you're going to see that put out 5 albums, and you you're going to get all 5 albums. I haven't seen that in a while.
Nah, I mean I can't. I find myself finding it hard to get through 1 album. Yeah, I find that they got a joint. I'm like, oh, that's hot. Then the rest of it is all fillers.
I want to put a spotlight on what Nas doing though. Like Nas is like he's on his 2nd or 3rd wave, I should say, as far as, because I heard him say, man, I want artists my age and up. Like it's cool. Come back. Like put out some dope ass
but
albums.
That's the thing. That's the thing about people in our era is not being serviced. And I be wondering, I'm like, who told y'all to stop rapping?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all think because y'all trying to compete with these kids, y'all cannot compete with them.
That ain't
and I hate when a business mogul always say hip hop is a young man's sport. No, it's not, young. Do country people say that? Do what?
Rock people?
No.
They always put a gate on us or everything.
A lid over the jar.
A lid on everything, man. And that's what, and I think that's what happens, man. It makes these artists. I got that one little single, Don't Bump the Table. I'm enjoying myself because I get to perform the way I want to. If I'm doing a comedy show and I'm like, yo, y'all like old school hip hop, I drop that joint. They be in there screaming like you said, they just saw Elvis. like it's hot on the radio. And
I love the go-go influence on it too, man. I love the go-go.
It's fun, man. You know what I mean? But that's what hip hop. I tell them, man, that's what hip hop's supposed to be about, man. It was, the money was it's a great thing, man, because it got a chance for kids to get their parents and stuff out the hood, man. But you know, but you notice they ain't turning basketball over. They ain't turning football over. It's like, yo, all right, you know what? Here, y'all can just go start your own league. They ain't gonna happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? They not happening. That's not gonna happen.
Ask Ice Cube. We going through that right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, they give my man hell, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, I understand it's big three, but what their argument is the fact that these people that are playing, they got their fame from the NBA. So that's why they feeling like, oh, no, y'all using our brand because.
But then some of the people in the NBA, some of the dudes they don't even care about no more. So why y'all tripping?
Yeah, that's another thing.
Yeah, they wasn't even checking for some of these dudes, man.
But they didn't think it was going to pop. I don't think.
Nah, they didn't. Nah, and then when you're talking about advertising.
But
this the thing that get me though why I think it's personal because Cube went to them before because I saw him on the Breakfast Club. He went to them before the league popped off and said, "Look, we want to give you 10%, like, and we gonna give it to you." And then he said, "We cut the check up. They didn't want to take it." He said, "We still sent it to him." He said, "We do not want to compete with you. We want to partner with you." But like when you're trying to shut owners out, NBA owners wants to own teams in the big three because now the teams are about to go. They about to go to certain cities now, the teams and stuff. So he's trying to, but the owners and then they got this. The league got this thing saying that if the owners they can't own a big three league, but they can own a slam ball league team. Like that's what make me think it's personal. For some.
It is.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, if I can control the narrative, I'm gonna control it. Plain and simple. You know what I mean?
It is.
But before we move on,
go ahead, Jay.
I wanted to ask everybody before we move on, like even you, E, because you didn't really get the answer. But your favorite, just three of your favorite artists, no matter where they're from, whatever have you. 3 of your favorite artists.
Me personally, Devin the Dude, Currency, and somebody that I listen to frequently. I would have to say. I still listen to Drake, but
you give me one more. You give me an underrated. One of your underrated.
Oh man, my underrated is definitely right now. I would say Simba.
Okay,
Simba's underrated. I fool with Simba, man. But yeah, it's so many. But yeah,
I know. But
some people, but people that I listen to. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Larry June. Yeah, like people that I listen to. Yeah, that's mine.
Okay, Ego, what about you? 3 and then you're underrated.
Well, I'm always gonna support my cousin. So my big cousin over here is one of my favorite, that's what I'm saying. Pop, I got Pop. Y'all know that's my favorite. Scarface. I love Scarface. And my honorable mention is Nas, man. That's my guy, man. Like
that's what's up.
Yeah.
I'll go next. I'll let the man, the myth, the legend, the one of the pioneers of the 50. Hip Hop 50 go last, so I'm gonna just get mine out of the way. Of course, Nas is my favorite all-time artist. You know what I'm saying, rap artist. T.I., like T.I. came that wave he came on was crazy. I'm a big J. Cole fan, and then my underrated person that I listen to, and I don't think get enough credit is Big Crit.
Yeah, Big Crit.
He was in that blog era too, man.
Yeah, I like Big Crit. I mean, I like
that was a beautiful time in music, man.
I love other artists and stuff like that, but like I just like Big Crit. Like he's one of the ones that I like throw on and just.
Yeah, he ain't for the boy. He put music out and stay out the way. He don't need none of that extra stuff.
That's why I like him. What about you, Chill?
My top 3. I gotta leave him out of it because I'm not gonna be biased. That would be biased, but I gotta say, one gotta be MC Lyte.
Okay.
Oh.
The other one is gotta be Craig Mack.
That's a sleeper joint.
The other one is K Solo.
K Solo, yeah, okay.
K Solo, hell yeah.
And underrated is Groove Be Chill.
Hey, I hear
you. You understand? Underrated is Groove Be Chill, player. You know what I mean? We hit him with that.
Yeah,
man.
It ain't nothing like hip hop music.
I mean, think about it, man. I made a song called "Ain't Nothing Like Hip Hop."
Hip hop music, yeah.
We ain't rapping about us, man. We talking about the culture, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was the whole thing was about the culture. We made a song about the music, man. It wasn't about us, man. It was bigger than us. So that's why I say it ain't nothing like hip hop music, man.
Nothing like hip hop music,
you know, man.
Hey, we had like mad topics to get through, but
I think we did us a good service.
I think we can just roll with it right now.
We came through. I gave y'all a whole new energy tonight.
Yeah. Because you gotta think till like we all was born in 83. You know, that's the year you graduated high school, right? So we don't know what a world looks like without hip hop. We don't know what a world looks like without hip hop. That's why hip hop for me is everything. Because I mean, because
my first joint I remember seeing on TV was I saw Walk This Way. That's what I remember seeing on TV, and I know that's way before. Y'all seen a lot of shit before that, but yeah, my first joint was Walk This Way.
Yeah.
It amazes me, man.
Shout out to Drake. Shout out to Drake, Dre and Snoop. 187 Deep Cover soundtrack. Yeah. That video.
Yeah. How about we doing the tape, the test for the Jamaican bobsled movie Cool Runnings.
Oh shit! Yeah.
It's Malik Yoba, Omar Epps. Daryl Chill Mitchell.
Yo.
And Tupac Shakur.
I know.
That's crazy.
So now we sitting in the van. You know, you got transportation vans that pick us up from the hotel and bring us to Disney. So we got to run up and down the block so they can, you know, they putting us all together, matching us to see what, you know, who's fastest and who not, because this movie's going.
Right.
So while they got Malik Yoba and Omar Epps out there, in the transportation van is me and Tupac. Tupac got a bag full of cassettes. He popping them in so I can listen to them because I was signed at the time. He wasn't signed.
I guess.
He wanted to hear my opinion of his music. I was like, bruh, all that round and round, I heard all of that for a drop. I said, Pop, bro, you got steam, bro. And I'm mad because I know it was some songs in there, man, that I heard that I never heard released. And I'm like, where are those tapes?
Wow.
Could you imagine if you would have had one of those tapes right now?
Yo, oh my God, that drink be worth.
Imagine if he'd have just said, yo, here, man, just head, yo, you can just give it to somebody.
And the crazy thing about it is you could not really, probably couldn't, they wouldn't even allow you to release it right now. That's the crazy
thing. You could release it.
Yeah.
But still, like,
but just playing it amongst
I mean, I can see us right now. He in the driver's seat and I'm in the passenger seat. And we just sitting in there going through tape after tape. So it just, even beats that he just would let me listen to, man. I was just like, yo, bro. He was like, he always say, man, he was one of the first people that believed in me. I told him, I said, bro, you got fire. I said, bro, I heard it.
That's crazy.
Man. I wish my brother was still here, man.
I just thought about it. Yo, hold up. Kid and Play was on that tour too. With Digital Underground. Hell yeah. I remember that shit. Damn, they was on that joint.
And that place, you got Public Enemy, Digital Underground, and Kid and Play.
Kid and Play, yeah.
And the place is packed out.
Oh my
God. Don't care what's played. Don't care.
Bro, that shit was at the Capitol Center, bro.
Yeah.
And was they in there rocking or was they in there rocking?
That's a dope lineup right there.
Them days.
Yeah.
That's what I miss, man.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Miss them fresh. Bro, that was.
I could never get my fade like Kid, man. I wanted my fade like Kid.
Nobody get
I could not get my fade like Kid, man. Those are the good old times, man.
Man,
I'm just thinking about like coming up, like just thinking about songs and stuff like that, and just albums and artists and stuff. Like while we sitting here talking about just things like, man, it's just crazy. Like these kids in never. Nah, I ain't gonna cry, bitch. It's not. It's just like thinking about some of the music that we got to listen to. Like nobody's gonna. These kids don't know who Daz Effects is.
I saw them. Hey, chill. We backyard fish fry. I'm like, damn. I'm chilling with Greg Nice, Daz Effects.
Yeah, but
like Smooth. I'm like,
just chilling.
Like I was just like the other day. I was just listening to music and Mr. Window came on.
Oh man.
Like,
I heard that joint.
That's what I'm saying. Like Arrested Development, like you know what I'm saying. Like those people. Hey. You know what I'm saying?
Like, man, good old days, man.
Like,
bro, I listened to what's the name the other day, yo. Main Source. I'm looking at the front door, yo. Man.
Wow, like man. I'm just saying those are songs that like you know when you think about the 90s, you're not gonna like those are songs that nobody thinks about, like unless you was there for it. Like
you had to be there.
Like
I remember the Fat Boys, man.
Me too.
Yo,
I remember the Fat Boys, man.
Y'all remember the Fat Boys movie?
Yes.
Yo.
Yeah.
Disorderly, they did a lot of joints.
Oh my god, yeah, that was the movie right there. That's a classic.
Yeah, man.
So much that all the time, man.
But, you know, I think where hurt the Fat Boys was nice for real.
Oh,
they was, bro.
They was nice for real. But I think what happened, the movie got so big, and then they made him like a gimmick almost, yo.
All the time, bro. That's what killed the house party. Killed my rap career.
But I'm just saying, like when you think about those things, and you think about like being there, like you know what I'm saying, at the time, like just. Been in those times where you think about songs that people like we were talking about album art. Like I remember Bone Thugs and Harmony album art, East 99 joint. That joint was crazy. Doggy Style. That album cover was crazy.
Classic album cover. Like, Biggie, the baby.
Yeah, the baby. Then Life After Death with the casket. Like I mean, like it's just that, like you know what I mean, like you had to be like it's one of those situations where I'm glad I grew up in certain things because. You had to be there for it. You had to be there for it to think about certain songs. Like,
man, remember you used to read that even when the CDs came out, you would unfold and read it. You want to read all the credits.
Yeah.
You had that whole booklet. You take the booklet out the.
Here's the scary part. Here's the scary part of rap though. Like back then, like Biggie came out with Life After Death, showed the casket. He died that album. You know what I'm saying? Pac had Me Against the World. He went to jail. It seemed like the world is.
I will never forget.
It's like art foretell what was happening in real life.
I will never forget when I Ain't Mad at You dropped.
That shit fucked us up, man.
Yeah,
that shit messed us up.
That shit tripped me out.
Yeah, it was weird. It was weird to see.
Right? We was in middle school. We all went to middle school together, man. I swear that whole day wasn't nobody paying attention in class. We just kept talking like, man, he ain't dead, man. He ain't dead, man. Like Pac ain't dead. Like you just couldn't believe it, you know? Like this before Big passed. So right, it was just that's how much of a stronghold hip hop got on our generation, man. Like
just looking for the source. 5 mics, the magazine.
I
was listening to whatchamacall.
Y'all remember Right On?
We got 3.5 mics in our Sauce.
That's
so it was hard to get mics in that Sauce joint, bro.
The matter was I was just listening to Bazzino talk about it, and he was talking about how like he think he's the reason for Outkast going on there saying the South got something to say though, because at the time when he was in this joint, they was listening to the album, and they was like, "What?" He was like, "What is this? Who is this? Whatever." Because it wasn't.
He didn't know.
It wasn't from the East. It wasn't from his era. And now he like the Bammers was in that joint, listening to it, and they vibing to it again. And he's like, "What?" And it came out, and he think that's how it came out. That they was like, "Yeah," like he think Andre DK, and he said, "If that's not true, I'm snitching on myself." But he was like, "Yeah, the South got something to say though," and he said that he think that derived from what he said.
I can believe it. Cause you gotta think about it. It was new. Cause that was what like 90. That was like 96, 90. Nah, that was like 94, 95.
Yeah, cause was that Italian?
That's a 95.
No, that was the first joint. Southern Faders kind of like music.
That was 90. That was 95. Cause that was the same time Suge did the whole Come to Death Row. That was 95.
Yeah. Hey, He even talked about that, how he like Snoop kind of calmed the crowd down when he was like, y'all ain't rocking with us. Like he talked about how like that part of like, you know what I'm saying? Like
tore Yankee Stadium up the other day though. Tell you that.
Oh yeah.
He tore Yankee Stadium out the frame.
Man. Now, I ain't gonna lie. That's probably one of my most memorable moments too, bro. I saw Snoop at the Fillmore, and when that Bama did 2.5 hours with just him on stage, bro.
I'm going next time he comes. I'm
dancers. That was it.
He got pose. He got stripper pose.
We seen Scarface. I seen Scarface.
Me and Jay saw Scarface. Yeah. He brought out Devin the Dude, Scarface.
Prolific, man. Prolific writers, man.
Man, when he did that, what's the joint? The joint he did with Pop. What's that joint? Smile. Man, I swear I was in the crowd rapping every single bar, man. I wanted to go on stage and take the mic from Face, man, to go out there.
You know what I do? I wish one thing, because I wasn't really big. For me, I wasn't really big on going to like concerts, like, you know what I'm saying? It just wasn't me. But I do wish, after like hearing Jay-Z talk about DMX, I wish I would have went to a DMX concert.
Oh, yeah.
Just to be able to put that type of energy on stage.
What's that?
Right. DMX.
So Jay told a story.
Jay told a story
going behind DMX.
Oh yeah.
And he said like he was sitting there and he like, you know, DMX come out, is dark, all the lights go off, and he said you hear the growling. He said all you hear, and he said the whole
crowd going crazy.
Crowd going crazy, come through, run through what? Run across stage. Then he sings to the ladies. Then he say the
take
prayer.
Take a shirt off.
Crying. Then he say something else. Got everybody throwing up the X and all hype.
And then
I'm gonna go behind.
He turned. Hey, Jay said they turned around and said, "Okay, it's your turn." Jay was like,
"Hey, look, and I come up to an Andy song with Hard Knock Life."
He said all I had was I felt like I got out bar everybody. So I just was going out there letting them sing, just throwing the mic on there, letting them spit my bars back at me, because he said he said his stage performance was unmatched.
Nah, that dude had energy that was crazy. But yo, I remember we went to it was a country club out of Long Island, and they had 50. Yo, they came out. They was playing the music. Yo, they were getting ready to say, and yo, they just slams the music all wham.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you hear unit. Yo, the whole floor in the building said, I was like, yo, did y'all feel that?
Yeah.
The whole floor just said, woof.
Man, Fifth had a wave.
Woo!
Yeah, when he came, Fifth had a major wave. Man.
Yo, I told 50, I like, boy, I wish you was out when we was out, boy. you would enjoy, yo, bro, because it things like that, man. If you can have like, just imagine Nas, then Rod, then 50. It just, when you got them coming back to back like that,
that's crazy.
That's what the fest was about. That
because Fifth from Queens, but he was up in Long Island too, right? A lot, right?
Yeah, he was moving around in LA, but I mean, Fifth was everywhere because Fifth was trying to get on. Yeah, but lyrically, man, yo, when that boy fired too, but when that joint dropped, they just different.
Yeah. Now that 50 movement was it's only two movements. It's only two movements that I can actually remember. Like I know that it was like heavy and was crazy. It was the 50 movement and the Jeezy movement. That 05 summer when Jeezy came out, that shit was different, yo.
Nah, yeah, it was different.
It kind of resembled. We were kids, but it kind of resembled. They said it kind of resembled when Snoop came out with that big wave. You know what I'm saying?
Pop movement was crazy. Biggie movement was crazy. 50 G. But you know who had a nice movement too? Man, Philly. When Beanie and all them was Philly movement was
yo, that's another underrated rapper. Beanie C?
Hell yeah, fact.
Jada was going at it.
When Bean said, he said, you know, Jay nice, he nice with the bars. but I'm nice too, and I ain't got a jog to keep up with him. I'm like, yeah.
That Philly wave, they hit the Philly wave, hit crazy. But yeah, Jeezy had that whole Atlanta movement was just
Jeezy was like the biggest OG gangster in Atlanta.
Yeah, dog, that shit was crazy, bro.
But
he was running with Meech, you know.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. He had the world
Slim
the team
running with Meech and them. I know.
So it was an old head dude. I used to fool with him when I was in Durham, right? And so he came back. He was in Atlanta for a little bit. He came back. He's like, yeah, he was talking about BMF and all those stuff. I'm in college, bro. I don't know what he talking about or nothing. Fast forward like 7 or 8 months later, I see Jeezy and I see BMF and all this other shit.
BMF everywhere.
Yo, speaking of BMF, I'm gonna tell you a story. And we left shortly thereafter. So but it wasn't like we was running from something. It was time to go. It was club lights and all that shit. I like to leave before the club lights come on. But I'm at the time I'm down there with Kid. It was her birthday. So I'm my K ego shit. I'm on top. I'm standing on top of the couch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm rapping all this Jeezy shit. So I get off the couch and go to the bathroom, right? And it was this dude just staring at me. I'm like, oh, I'm out of town. I'm like, all right, man, I don't know if this nigga trying to try me or what. But I look right back at him like I ain't trying to, be a sucker or nothing. So he stick his hand on, I dapped him up. He said, yo, you such and such, ain't you? And I was like, he said, yeah. And before I get a chance to ask, he said, yeah, man. You know me. I used to run with BMF. Man, you did that thing out in Chicago. I was like, yeah. All right, good to see you, bro. Good to see you, man. I went to the bathroom. Man, I made a beeline. I said, yo, time to get the fuck out of here.
That was the wrong answer, bro. I know, bro. You got the wrong person.
Wrong person, brother.
I ain't know what to say.
Gangster got your little ass shot up.
You might have been a dude that resembled somebody that robbed him. He tried to reverse psychology on you.
Yeah. I said it's time to get out of here, man. Let's roll. That's my sign.
I remember that Master P movement too, though.
Man, Master P had me going to buy CDs every Tuesday, man.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Master P's for 2 years straight. His artwork too on all his albums, man. Shout out to Master P. He put a lot of time into them joints.
Hey, Slim,
he put up about 26 albums in like a year.
It was ridiculous.
Like that No Limit put about 26 albums out like a year.
Chill. Every week it was a No Limit album, bro. We didn't even know who was dropping. We just knew we had to go buy
at
the
that
album.
time I was already in film and television. I wasn't paying that no mind.
Yeah, No Names was real. That whole scene was so big in the DMV, like Texas, Louisiana music, we really like their cousins because we support that.
Especially Scarface. Scarface.
Scarface said that's like DC like his second home, man.
He said DC like his second home. We push Scarface music.
Yeah. Yo, see that's what. But see, that was the thing though, man. It's like the streets said who was hot.
Yeah.
The streets said it, man.
Hey, look, your man got away with it. He knew what he was doing, but he said it took some nuts to say it. But T.I. got away with the shit.
Hey, when T.I. hit the scene, though, he was one of the few from the South that can spit bars and can hold his own because his father lived up in New York, so he heard a lot of New York music. So even though he had the slang of a Southern rapper,
the bars,
his lyrics were different.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing about New York rappers. We didn't have a sound. We had a style.
Mm-hmm.
The lyrics is gonna come out of New York because that's where it started. Okay, and we started by following what the R&B artists were doing. Mm-hmm. That's why you got the Lover Man, Big Daddy Kane doing love songs. You know what I mean? That's why LL Cool J did love songs because we was following what the Motown people was doing.
Yeah.
And so, but then now what happens? You get all the other rappers that come around. They studying what we doing. They're not studying them no more. They studying. They want to do what we doing. So when you get like Tupac and you get like Tip, they study. Even Snoop will tell you. Snoop write lyrics.
Yeah.
He studied what we were doing in New York.
I just like the way the one thing I liked about y'all area, I just talked about y'all rhyming skills. Like I just was just sitting here thinking about what you call said, Peter Piper picked peppers, and I write rhymes. Like y'all just talked about.
Yo, we did a song on an album called Magnum. What is it? There it is. Yo, that joint right there. There it is.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to that one on my album. That is about your rhyme style.
Yeah, I just like that was the thing. Like you had to be able to rhyme. Like
yo, my I said, give me a beat, any beat that's kicking cold dusty. I rock a microphone, new use, Ola rusty. Yes, I was blessed on the day that I was born. Don't need no microphone, give me a blowhorn. If it wasn't true, it wouldn't be mentioned. I don't need no microphone, just your attention. You ain't hearing me.
Hey,
man. I don't need no microphone, just your attention. And B stop the music. I'd be like, yo, B, bring that beat back. The gladiator chili dog in the class of my own, with a black gangster hat like the late Al Capone. My pocket's empty and my wallet is flat, but I would never take the money out the brim of my hat. Oh no, you spend $1, I tell you ain't no joke. I'm gonna keep them even if and when I go broke.
And the boss coming back, baby.
You got it. You got it.
I don't want no smoke.
Hey, look, I feel like nigga want to battle somebody real quick.
Come on, man. Bars. That's what I would let them know then. I don't play me. I got lyrics.
One last thing I want to add. So, like, when you did the Brothers show with Michael Strahan, in that episode where Snoop was there, there's and listeners, y'all can go to this YouTube thing where Chill and Snoop was in the studio. Yeah.
In the studio?
Yeah, in the studio, and y'all was rapping back. Like how was that session like crazy?
Yeah, let me tell you. See, first of all, Snoop, when it's just like if you play sports and you play all the time, so you don't need to warm up.
Right.
You understand? Yeah. Strahan just want to hit something. He's still on the football field.
Right.
But me, it's like now this TV show have created an opportunity for me to do something with one of my favorite artists, one of my boys, that wouldn't be. Imagine, you know what it costs to get me in the studio with him, or get him in the studio with me, to be on a record with me.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't using that moment to play games.
Right.
Sir.
I got you.
I was like, no, I'm gonna spit something on here. We ain't just Strahan may be joking, and Snoop.
Because
they each for the session.
To the part I left out, they each said they gotta be Strahan went and wrote his rhymes.
Yeah.
Chill wrote his rhymes. Snoop went and wrote his rhymes all in one session, man. Like y'all gotta check it out.
Walking out and having fun though. But it was like, and the thing is, I came up with the hook, like lay it on the line. But Snoop had did the beat. So he came in with the beat, and I was like, yo, so me and Mike was there talking about who gonna out rap who. And I was like, yo, bro, I tell you what, let's lay it on the line, Playboy. You know what I mean? He was like, yo, let's do it. So then that Snoop was like, I said, yo, Snoop gonna do lay it on the line. Then Snoop was like, let the lay it. Then he came up with the singing part of it.
But
lay it on the line.
That's
him. That's
Snoop.
what he came up with the joint. But when he broke with his rhyme, I was like, this like nothing.
Like I understand what you're saying.
That's what he do.
But that's what he do. You know what I mean?
Too, I do too. When you saying that they follow the R&B, because any movie you see Snoop in, he always got the shirty top over his head, but he always got that like, I'd rather be with you. Who? Yeah.
Bro, you listen to Doggy Style, that shit was all funkadelic, bro.
Yeah, like you just hear that kind of vibe in his music where it's not like, you know what I mean? It's not like I hear what now I understand what Chill's saying, the music that they listen to and where they got there. They picked up
now you say that. Now I see what you're saying, Jay.
Because
the Motown shit,
the thing about with the West Coast, they didn't sample.
No.
They played everything.
Yeah.
They played musically. All that. That's why they were so heavy, especially in Funkadelic and all that.
That G-Funk.
The mother,
G-Funk.
P-Funk and all that.
Yeah.
Bro, that's why they rock with that heavy.
Yeah,
that's why when Snoop could make a dope song with Charlie Wilson. Nothing. Cause they got a real R&B soul.
Yo, talk about like he went to Jamaica and made a whole reggae album.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, man, that's crazy.
And then he turned around and did a gospel album. The joint went back.
Hey, you remember one of my favorite underrated Snoop Dogg albums, Rhythm and Gangster.
Yes, sir.
So he married R&B and hip hop, like, but more in a unique way. Like I ain't never seen nothing like that, man.
Cause to this day, man, I still play that Ups and Downs, Smiles and Frowns, man. Good God,
man, yeah.
Yo, man,
that shit was like going to church, man.
Shout out to him, man.
I tell you, bro, I wouldn't change nothing. I wouldn't change nothing in my life when it comes to hip hop, bro. Nothing. I mean, from the moment just being introduced, that was a great thing because I knew I was born to be an entertainer. That was just bottom line. That without a doubt, it was something that I always. Because first of all, you start off as a show off. You just want to be a show off, and that was me. I was going to be a show off. And the thing about it is, so then, when you start getting that local fame, then you start getting people around your way requesting rhymes. Yo, say that rhyme about your brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, and only 10 people know it by heart. But they have them coming up and request, yo, say that rhyme. Yo, say that rhyme. It's like, how y'all know? They know the rhymes, and it just fuels you. But then when you get to another level and another level, this is what these artists are missing, bro. I even talk about going in the studio and smelling the Apex real tape. All of that, that's like being an artist, man, and you don't like the smell of paint. Yeah. That's part of the whole thing.
That's part of the process.
Just imagine being able to mix colors. You know what I mean? And make a different color.
Yeah, that's like dudes that work on cars, man. They love the smell of gas, bro.
Yeah,
straight up and down, man. Yeah. And I mean, but people don't see it as that, man. It was a whole running through from Long Island to get on a train, to ride the train to Manhattan, just to go sit in Andre's office. It builds up stamina. That's why Puffy was trying to do that whole thing with making it a band, making them run across and go get the cheesesteaks. Because Dre made us do that.
It's not work. It's not work.
But hey, chill, you know what's so crazy about that? Just you saying that, I think that's why we valued our music so much better, bro. Because we used to have to actually take time out your day to go to the store, buy the CD. You know what I'm saying? You had to find some way to play it. It was a process. It wasn't you couldn't just throw it away.
Matter of fact, man, I had this conversation. We was talking, and I said, "Yo, you know what? I had the conversation with Run because that's when I was talking to him. He was like, they didn't want to perform no more without Jay, and I was like, bro, you got to like even if you get some guest big name DJs to come in and just rep for Jay, people
get
still
Jazzy Jeff, man.
But I'm like, but the thing about it, listening to all y'all talk about the albums y'all bought, y'all didn't realize what y'all was buying. What y'all were doing was y'all were making a purchase of a certificate. It was a certificate. Meaning that when you bought that, you bought into my business.
Right. Yeah.
You bought in my business, and that was your certificate of ownership of that business. Now, did you reap the monetary gain from it? Nah, but it did something for you emotionally.
Right.
But you got proof of purchase.
You know what we're gonna call this show? We're gonna call this show "Hip Hop You Saved My Life."
Hip Hop You Saved My Life.
Facts.
I'm telling you, hip hop saved a lot of.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I did good on my hip hop, my nod to hip hop. I just want to put that out there, and guess what? I closed my show with "Hip Hop You Saved My Life." Just put that out there.
Come on, man.
Like I said,
how many of y'all remember and you say New York City right about now.
Yeah, I remember that.
Here, deaf to your ear to have no fear. The Mixed Master Mike, Disco David, and Amazing Crash Crew is here. Backed by popular demand and shock the motherland. More than what you bargained for. In your mind, you the baddest band you can find. Come on, man.
Hip hop, I love you, man. I love hip hop.
World.
I mean, and like I said, I know we bring them all over, but I got to give credit to the new school because they keeping it going. No matter, it's just their way. It's just their way of keeping it going.
Let me say this.
Yeah. I gotta give them that. I'm gonna give them their.
I think, in my opinion, the new school has done themselves a disservice. And the reason I say that is because in my opinion, they came up with a new music. But they just believe that it has to be called hip hop to be acknowledged.
Right. I never looked at it like that. Yeah.
They thinking it got to be hip hop.
It don't have to be.
It's nothing hip hop about this alternative sound that they have created.
Yo. And now
they have created something different, but they want to just ride this wave because hip hop is a popular term.
Yeah.
Yo, and another thing that happened too is because it's black kids doing it too.
Exactly. They deserve their own category.
Yeah.
Because, dude, they done changed the game.
Yo, because some of them albums are not hip-hop albums, bro.
No.
Tyler created some of his shit is not hip-hop, bro.
It's
not a hip-hop album, bro.
When I see the audience these albums be reaching, I'm like, I ain't hip-hop.
And you ain't looking at the artist, you looking at the audience.
Hip-hop don't do this.
Yeah.
And I mean, at one point you would see a white rapper would come out and you'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, I can see that because he's white. Nah, that ain't the case no more, man.
Nah.
These white, Chinese, Indian, you name it, is rocking. Look, man, come on, man. Look at Lil Nas X. That's hip hop.
Yeah.
I can see what you're saying because at first I was like, but I can see what you're saying. Like, for example, when the Migos dropped, they called it mumble rap.
But it's just different, bro. But I'm just saying, I just feel that
Migos more hip hop than anything to me personally.
Yeah. But I'm just saying they called it. They gave it a name. Like it wasn't like what you're saying. Hip hop is hip hop, but they gave like everybody had a name. Like even T.I. and them when they came, they called their stuff trap music.
Trap music.
You know what I'm saying? Then you got the mumble rap with the Migos.
I think we just reach out. We know what we grew up on, and I found it hard for me to connect with when you go away from what I fell in love, like the type of style that I fell in love with.
I'm gonna tell you one thing that one of the ones that stood out to me, and when I first saw this guy and I saw the video, and I was just like, I was so confused, but I loved it because it was raw and it was like when I first saw the Peso video with A$AP Rocky. I was like, yo, I was so confused. I was like, these niggas drinking 40s and they drinking Cristal at the same time. I didn't know what was going on.
So like I felt like that with Bobby Smurda. When I saw, and I was at my grandfather's house in Queens, and that's the first time I saw this video. And when he said, I caught a body about a week ago, like I'm looking at, I said, oh shit, I believe what they rapping about. Like I said,
I'm gonna tell you, y'all did it for me when y'all put me on to Griselda. That's Griselda is the old feel of that grimy, like we got on Tim's.
It's Wu-Tang.
But it's like we grimy, we got on Tim's, it's cold outside, like it feel like the ground is just hard, like the ground.
Yo, the thing that it's so crazy for me. See, one of the things hip hop wasn't privy to, and we didn't, because we had allowed hip hop, even in its rawest form, become commercialized. Yeah. These kids learned their voice, and they learned freedom of speech. We didn't have freedom of speech. You couldn't cuss in a record,
right?
So now you be like, oh man, them kids cursing. They ain't gonna play these songs on no movies or no TV shows or no commercial shit.
Shit, we got the internet.
Shoot.
They can't beat the internet. So when they do, they gotta play an edited version, but they gotta play that song.
You gotta play it.
They got to put that song in the movie. You gotta put that song in the McDonald's commercial. You got bro. And, but I'm saying we didn't have the liberties that these kids got. So I'm saying that's why I said I feel that sometimes they do themselves a disjustice by even calling their music hip hop. Okay. I think they got more mileage than what they're giving themselves credit for.
That makes sense, though. I ain't think about it like that.
You saying they're not giving themselves enough credit. Not necessarily that they're not, that their music is bad. It's just more so they're not giving themselves credit for what they're doing.
Nah, they're not giving themselves credit
and what they're doing for the culture.
Right, and then you get in that. Now you get into the flack with the old school artists, as with the new school artists, and it ain't no flack, because they are not doing what we did, and we are not, and we didn't do what they did, or what they're doing. No, that wasn't. You wasn't talking that grimy on. It was only maybe you can count on one hand how many artists was talking grimy like that.
Shout out to Coogee Rap, man.
My God. I heard that Coogee Rap song with Nas the other day. Man. That shit took me back. You know what I'm talking about? The name of that?
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Bro, I played raps was it? I played Prodigy and Coogee Rap during that not too long ago on field set.
Man, first of all, Scarface was gangster.
Yeah.
He wasn't talking that grimy.
Nah.
But like you crazy because you're right, because like Prodigy Dave, his album HNIC, the head nigga. But he couldn't say head nigga. Like you can damn near say your album is nigga.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
And what they gonna say? Because you own it.
Yeah.
You own it. You can say whatever you want. You can call whatever you want. You won't catch flack for 3 days, but just your click's gonna be up.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you another album cover that changed my life too. When I first saw the Ice-T album cover with him in the shotgun and the girl in the bikini.
Oh yeah.
I know you're talking about. Yeah.
I remember that joint. He was in all black, right?
Shout out to Ice-T, man.
Was that
the joint? He was in all black.
Nah, he had a blue outfit on.
Yeah, man. No, it was. Yeah, I know it was a color. Like, did he have a hat to the back though? Like,
he had a hat to the back. Yeah, he had the Kango. Yeah,
he had a Kango to the back with the gas on.
Yeah,
and NWA was considered hardcore.
Hell yeah, it was crazy.
Nah, they was going crazy.
Put some of these songs on now up against this new stuff.
I don't know. They might be neck and neck. Yeah, they would go wow. Yeah,
it'd be mild compared to what they doing.
Yeah, it would be. They called them gangster rap, but they was really rapping about. They was rapping like it was more of an Ice Cube type.
That's what
it was about what was going on in the street.
In the neighborhood, yeah. And they call it gangster rap. I'm like,
you see, Ice-T, they banned Ice-T.
I know.
And the FBI was watching Public Enemy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Man, but I'm just saying, man. I just think they're doing themselves a disservice.
Hey, this was a dope show, man. Hip hop.
It's dope. Yeah, all hip hop. Yo, this how long it was crazy. You could talk hip hop all day, bro.
Okay.
All day.
Yeah. Nah, AJ, thanks for the name, brother. Appreciate it.
Hip hop, you saved my life.
Hey man, look, since might as well wrap it with the victory lap, man. So we got to get the victory lap to the brother, man. Daryl Chill Mitchell, man. Give us a victory lap, brother.
Oh, man. I thought you was going to give it to me. All right.
No, nigga, shut up.
Yeah.
Somebody come
hey, Daryl, one day the nigga stole the victory lap. We didn't even give, he just took the victory lap.
Let me tell y'all, in my life, hip hop, I can tell you how I feel about we be like, yo, bro, whoa. Nah, man.
Oh man.
One thing I do say about hip hop, it's my opinion, it's not a culture, it's a vehicle.
Ooh.
It's a vehicle of expression because a culture, everybody can't do a culture. You can't. Everybody, you just can't just jump in and do this culture of that person or these different people. You just can't do that. But it's a vehicle of expression, and then that's what I take. You know, we were able to put the culture in the car.
All right, yeah.
We was able to put everybody get on the bus. Ride this, because it became
spread everywhere.
It became the answer to everybody, everything. So that's why, you know, a lot of people, the hip hop culture, I'm like, nah, that was a hip hop. It was a vehicle of expression, and that's the thing about it, man. You ain't got the Motown culture. Again, here we go giving these titles again.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Because if it was just a black cultural thing, only black people could do it. And people doing it all around the world.
Nah.
So, and I know, you got Asian rappers, bro, and I mean they king over there.
Yo, and I think that's what happened here. Hip hop don't got a color no more like that.
It don't.
No.
Nah.
So how you so I mean, that's like, you from the Middle East. They got a culture.
Yeah.
Even Jews have a culture. You know what I mean? That's a fact. So
they love hip hop.
That culture ain't just a light word. You know what I mean? If it was a culture, it would engulf religion, everything else. So it's like, hip hop is religion to some people.
To piggyback off of what you say, to add what you said, like if you're a rapper and you going overseas, I've heard people like the 50s and the J's and all them say they don't even speak a lick of English, but know all my damn lyrics. I put the mic out, they say every bit of my lyrics, and they don't even know how to speak English.
Yo, some of the best. That's why I can't wait to rock him going to Europe this year, y'all.
Whew.
Y'all might want to make that trip, because I know that's going to be crazy.
Hell
yeah. They've been trying to get me to get him to Dubai forever. If he went there, we wouldn't come back. We all have jobs. We would not come back. I would stop acting. I would be the court jester.
Hey man. Hey, look, with that said, man, it's the Pissed Off Podcast.